room, saw some news come across. I just told my wife, she's sitting over here. I told her the news. She said, this was her words. No, why? Because the news is Blumhouse is working with Lionsgate, which Lionsgate was the original person of this movie, production, distributor, the Blair Witch Project. So news just came across not too long ago. Blumhouse is going. I'm hoping that is still a rated R movie if they do it, or because Blumhouse is notorious for PG-13 horror, and believe me, we've saw two Blumhouse PG-13 horror movies this year, and like I said, I didn't think Night Swim was horrible, but it wasn't that good. Um, Imaginary was not good either. Both were pretty bad, right, Michelle?
Pretty bad.
Yeah, both were pretty bad. Um, but yeah, so this makes me worried. Blair Witch 1 is one of my favorite horror movies. I think it still holds up today. I love what they did with that movie. I think it's great, honestly. I rewatched it like last year, and like I said, I still think it holds up. I think it's still really creepy, even though you never see the Blair Witch, which I think that's what makes it, the creepy, creepy. Um, like I said, I really like it. Um, they did have a Blair Witch 2, Book of Shadows, which I actually have never seen, but I've watched a lot of stuff on it. It's like one of those things where I know a lot of stuff about the movie that I've never seen. And I know, yeah, so that one didn't go over too well, even though it's not a horrible movie. I think there was a lot, it was like messed with, the studio messed with it a lot or whatever. And then they actually did make a Blair Witch new movie that came out. I don't know how long ago that was, 5 years ago? And it was a direct sequel to the first movie. It was a direct sequel that just took place a lot of years later. And that when you do see the witch and stuff or whatever the entity, and it's okay. It's not. I don't think it's horrible. It's not great, but yeah, definitely not a worthy successor. So if this is going to be a straight up remake, which we don't know all of the information, this just came out. Also, they didn't name the movies, but they also said Lionsgate and Blumhouse, this is going to be a partnership that's going to go on. So they're going to remake other Lionsgate films. I'm trying to think what those would be at this moment. I can't think of any right now. But yeah, so man, that just shocked me because Blumhouse has lost a lot of favor with me. They just have, in my opinion, they screwed up the Halloween franchise. The trilogy. The first movie is the only one that's really good, that are pretty good. The second one has some good things in it, but Evil Dies the Night, and then of course we know how Halloween ends is. And then of course the Exorcist movie, which I didn't think was, horrible, but definitely needed a lot of changes. And yeah, so Blumhouse there. Blumhouse, like I said, Night Swim, Imaginary, and a bunch of others that I can't think of right now. But Blumhouse used to be like, I remember several years ago, I see a Blumhouse and I'm like, oh man, Blumhouse, I can't wait to see that. Now it's like, Blumhouse. So, yeah, actually, I like A24 a lot better, that studio. But whatever this is, I probably will check it out. We'll see it. I just don't know why they need to touch the Blair Witch Project. It's really a perfect time, a perfect movie for that time. It literally can't be the same ever again. I mean, it's kind of like the verge of like the internet was kind of like starting to, and it's just like people believed it, and it had like a real grassroots campaign, like that people believed that it was real. And like that can never be again, you know? So you can't put that genie back in the bottle. So I just think like like my wife said, why? I'm not sure why. But we don't know a lot about it, so that's just my initial thoughts right there. Um, I think I don't know. I just would have to, and I'm also curious what other Lionsgate movies that they would do. So yeah, okay, guys, let me know what you guys think, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.